Good evening, everyone. A Northeast Nebraska sheriff is speaking out tonight about bullying culture and the need for change at the Neely-Oakdale Public Schools.
In a letter, Antelope County Sheriff Robert Moore urges the Neely-Oakdale School Board to take another look at alleged bullying to prevent suicides. In the letter, Moore says, quote, "I hope I do not need to remind everyone that teenage suicide has really escalated the last few years due to social media and bullying," end quote. More than half a dozen parents we spoke with say bullying is prevalent at Neely-Oakdale and isn't thoroughly punished by school officials. Parents and guardians of vulnerable students detailed their experiences, which include psychological abuse. As KTIV's Matt Hoffman reports, the parents believe it's a small subset of students who start the bullying, and because they aren't punished, it spreads throughout the school.
Cheryl Casas is leading the charge against bullying she says is going on at the Neely-Oakdale School District. She says her daughter has been repeatedly told to kill herself, and the county sheriff has intervened on her daughter's behalf. She says she's tried to end the bullying through the school administration, but has reached a dead end. Now she fears for her daughter, who struggled mentally.
My daughter's been dealing with a kid telling her to kill herself and to die, and it has been repeated and repeated and repeated. I went in February, I went repeatedly, following up with the principal, the superintendent.
Jerry Torres never thought he'd be a parent again. He has since adopted his grandson, who he says has experienced bullying inside the district. But Torres really spoke up when one of his employees came to him in distress, telling him a bully said he'll buy the rope so the student could hang himself.
He told me kids want him to kill himself, and it got to the point where they told him they would buy the rope for him to go do it. And that's really where I got involved. He started going to meetings.
Most of the parents we've spoken with are parents of vulnerable students, either single parents or those whose students have special needs. And that's made it even more difficult to solve this bullying problem, leaving them desperate for answers.
Informed that there were other kids being bullied at the school, and it wasn't just my son.
The district superintendent, Ron Beacom, told school board members the district has taken several steps to change the culture and climate at the school. That includes implementing house or group activities for students, bringing a mental health specialist onto campus, and launching a school-wide behavior initiative. In Neely, Nebraska, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
Parents also reported bullying on anonymous messaging apps and on slideshows spread throughout the school. They say the school has solid written policies, but they aren't being followed properly.
Really, I mean, it sets it out step by step for them to do, but they're not doing it. It just needs to be done.
We reached out to the Neely-Oakdale School District requesting an on-camera interview. The superintendent said he's out of town coaching an all-star football game, and the principal is away at a conference.